Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, we've got Bernheim's new release. This is actually the highest proof release that they have. This is the new A224. We are going to get into the proof, the price, the years, all of that good info. But before we do that, I want you guys to enter into the comments hat to win one of these Bourbon Drop hats and a number. Put a number beside that, and I've got a number in my mind between 100 and 200. Spoiler alert, is going to be a 3-digit number. You know how we do it. Let's get it.
Bottle drop, bottle drop, bottle drop.
So this is Bernheim's new wheat whiskey. It's coming in at 125.2. It's got a mash bill of 51% wheat, 37% corn, and 12% malted barley. Now, coming off of the heels of the C923, I was not a big fan. I said that I was going to give the A224 a chance because they're Heaven Hill. I know they've been putting out their regular stuff for, quite some time now, but the barrel proofs, they're still getting up to snuff, put it that way. So me liking the A batch, so the A223, if you have not seen that review, go back and watch it. I really enjoyed this bottle right here. The C923 was just, it was different, man. It offered just a little bit of sweetness to it, but it kind of had like this this weird aftertaste, and it was kind of sour, and I have sampled it since then, but that sourness has kind of turned more into like a licorice note, and I do not like that licorice note. It's kind of like it's sweet up front, it's very spicy. It does offer some clove in there, but then it had like this licorice note that I just couldn't get with. But like I said, I told myself I was going to give the new Bernheim another try, see if this one can be the tiebreaker, see if I still need to start chasing these things or keep on chasing these things. Now, this is a wheated whiskey, so it's 51% wheat. That's why you saw it on the front of the label with the mash bill showing 51% wheat. So it is a wheated whiskey, and it does come in between 7 and 9 years old. Let's get into the nose. Nose is kind of muted, slightly ethanol forward, but then I get like I want to say like those raspberry candies, like on the nose, but it's like the raspberry candies. If you dig deep enough, you do get like just a touch of vanilla. I'm not picking up any of that Heaven Hill oakiness though. Let's get into the palate. Okay. I'm okay. All right, so that raspberry that was on the nose, like that raspberry candy, like it transferred over to the palate. Very sweet up front, a little spicy. It's a little spicy. The mouthfeel is not what I was expecting. I thought that the mouthfeel was going to be a little creamier, a little more textured. It's not thin, but it's like borderline thin medium, if that makes any sense. Nice amount of char in the back, kind of finishing with like a sweet leather. All right, let's go back into the nose one more time. So okay, this might be the tiebreaker. Second time on the nose, got a little different. Pick up a little clove on the nose. Not so much of that raspberry. Like raspberry candy, not so much of that anymore. Slight bit of like a citrus note. All right, let's go back into the palate. Second sip, a very sweet vanilla up front, turning into that raspberry note. Like I said, wow, it is still there. It gets spicy, hits the nose a little bit, then it comes back with like just char across the back. Now it's starting to fade into like that sweet leather. That I like that. I like that. That takes me on a bit of a roller coaster ride. So the palate on it, like I said, comes in, you know, like just like almost like a sweet vanilla on the front, goes into a raspberry. It gets spicy. Right now I'm feeling that like sweet leather on the finish. The char doesn't seem to hang around long. It's still there, but it turns more into a sweet leather. I am really liking this. I gotta pour up just a little bit more, man, because I was kind of on the fence about this thing, man. I was like, if this new A224 is not good, I am not spending another $65 and buying another one. I just happened to be at the Virginia ABC, and like I said, this one kind of said, don't chase it. Let it fall in your lap. And I just happened to be at the Virginia ABC. I saw the C923 sitting in front, but there were only 2 bottles on the shelf. So I said, well, let me just pull it forward and see if the new A batch is behind it. And sure enough, it was. So I picked it up and I was like, okay, when we get it home, we'll crack it. We'll see what it's working with, get the neck out of it, see if it changes. But I am really liking this thing. I'm going to go back into the palate on my own. Cheers. I like that. Yeah, I really like that. And this is the highest proof because the A batch of last year was 118.8. And then this one came in at 120.4. This one coming in at 125.2. It's not because that one drank so peppery. It's not like I feel it like, oh my gosh, it's hot. It's not coming in like super hot. And I am digging this one. You know what? I want to put this one beside the A batch of 2-3. All right. A little bit of this one poured up real quick. All right. So that's enough right there. So I know it does come in, you know, about 7 proof points higher almost. Sometimes those proof points can help it. Sometimes it can hurt it. Let's go into the nose of the A223. I'm not getting much on the nose. I am getting like a little bit of like old wood, and that's pretty much it. Let's go into the palate. Still like it. Honey, caramel pepper, and a nuttiness. That's got like that sunflower seed nuttiness. But I still like it. This one was good. Now I did sample some of this one recently, and I'm still not a fan of that thing. Maybe I'll do a blind just to see if it changes at all. But at this point, there's no sense in me putting that in the glass. It's only down to that because I was kind of sampling that thing out. But the A223 still good, and I'm liking it. But it's got more of a nutty note in it now. Yeah, there's a strong honey and like nutty flavor in that thing. Anyway, let's get into the breakdown. So, are they worth the chase? I don't know. This bottle to me is worth the chase. Like, this makes me want to see what the B. Gosh, I can't even speak. This is a little harder because I'm so used to the Elijah Craig system, but the B923 let me down, man. So I was like, oh, if the next one is bad, I'm not going to chase it. I'm feeling this one. I am feeling this one. I don't want to tell you guys that, hey, it's worth the chase, but this one is worth the chase. Now we'll have to see what the next B924 is all about before I say that the whole lineup is constantly worth the chase. But Right now, this one has been the tiebreaker. So I like both of these A batches. All right, so is it worth retail? $65, 125.2 proof, 7 to 9 years old. I'm gonna have to say it's worth retail. I think I would actually, I don't know if I go all the way up to my 30. I don't, but I like it. I probably would go 10, maybe 15 over retail. I am liking it. I am really liking it. Who is it for? At 125.2 proof, I'm gonna say it doesn't drink extremely hot. It doesn't. It does have some peppery notes, kick you in the nose just a touch. But I think an intermediate to experienced bourbon drinker would definitely be able to handle this. Like that intermediate level where you kind of like your 100 proof pours, but you still like to dabble in the higher proof stuff from time to time. I think they'd be able to handle this. Will it always be on the bar? I think Heaven Hill has got this shit together, man. I think I am willing to get myself a backup and put this on the bar. And with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you head it to a drop. Till next time.